Hi everyone, it's Maybelle with Love Shaped Intuition. I'm back with another reading. I thought it would be a fun idea to look at the 12 houses of the zodiac, and this is going to make more sense to you if you are looking at this from the point of your ascendant or your rising sign. Go to one of the free astrology apps and put in your birth chart information to generate a free birth chart, and look at where you have your ascendant or the ASC and or the first house. So this is going to be a general reading for the collective. It will make probably more sense if you know what you have placed in your first, second, third, and so on, the houses. But it should be interesting to look at because we have so much planetary energy shifting this month of March. So it is a timeless reading. It is for whenever you watch. And again, it's for the collective, so it should have some kind of beneficial message to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe. It is the most valuable support that you can provide me here on YouTube. I appreciate your help in growing the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend or family member. All interactions are helping. You can also donate with a buy me a Ko-fi or buy me a coffee, and the links are in the description box as well as the comments. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I have the first house, second house, and third house already kind of laid out. The first house is what people see and the impression you give. So how you present to the world. And I'm going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards and a tarot card to see what's going on in the first house right now for the viewer. For the first house. Okay, healing chaos. So you may actually be healing your reputation, or maybe you've actually been dealing with some kind of health challenges. First house. Okay, so strength and blessings. Strength, blessings, and chaos. So yeah, so it might be looking like you are trying to either have a brave kind of outlook, or perhaps you're needing strength to kind of heal yourself, or show that you are maybe entering some type of healing role and becoming maybe more spiritual. This could also be that the impression that you're giving is a one of needing strength to heal. Okay, let's get a tarot card for the first house. Okay, Death card. So you may be trying to put some type of ending to something and transformation. You may also have experienced some kind of loss. You may be healing after the loss or the death of someone or something, perhaps. It doesn't have to be a person, although it can be. This is not a prediction of any sort. This would have been something that has already occurred. So it could be like the ending of a career or a job. It can also be the ending of any number of things, but something that you would be maybe healing from. Okay. And the Hierophant here, so it might be the ending of some type of commitment, the ending of some type of perhaps even a marriage. It could be corporate institution. It could be a higher learning. It could be faith. So some type of transformational ending. Okay, we're going to look at second house energy next. And second house is your assets, finances, and things that you value. The things that you value, this could be also self-worth. You may be receiving messages and or you may value messages. Okay, second house. Okay, pleasure. So you, this could be like your resources, the things that you enjoy and surround yourself with. You may like the finer things or like to savor your food and enjoy yourself. What is the second house right now for the viewer? Career. Okay, so perhaps you are working on doing a career that you love or something that you enjoy doing. At the bottom of the deck, it says closure. So there may have been an ending to a job. Again, we're kind of touching on the same thing, having some type of closure, some type of ending. Okay, what is the tarot message for the second house? Okay, the Sun. And this can represent a Leo, or it can also represent happiness, joy. So you may be looking, putting on that type of front, right? So the first house is having the strength to kind of transform a situation. And then the second house is either some type of illumination and or happiness, joy. Can be like creative energy, growth. It could be a baby or some like a new start or new beginning. Your vitality. Okay, let's look at the third house next. Your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. The third house. Okay, focus. So perhaps you're focused on your neighborhood or something, learning something new. The focus card talks about focusing on good and positive. What you focus on is what you will attract. Okay, the third house for the viewer. You might be focused on communication. And like, I believe the text message sound came through on the second house, which maybe you are focused on using some type of communication skills to bring in money for the career. Okay, the third house, focus, and let's get another card. Just one. Okay, animals. Okay, so you may be focused on some type of animal communication or learning about animals. This may mean that you are missing someone. You might be focused on some type of person that you miss. Because the animals card does talk about becoming an animal like communicator, but it also talks about calling in like the animals to kind of surround you, and that you generally are more of like an introvert, where you like the company of animals more than people. Okay, what's the tarot message for the third house for the viewer? Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Now she reminds me of the woman there on the card with the animals. Kind of like a nurturing energy. Queen of Pentacles can be an earth sign queen. Taurus. I don't know why Cancer is like on my mind, so can be a water sign Cancer also, but this is usually representing a earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. She can be a businesswoman, make smart business decisions with the bunny rabbit there, and all those other animals in that other card. She is can be, fertile or abundant. So you may be focused on kind of nurturing yourself and making good, wise, like business decisions, or trying to make good, wise business decisions instinctually. Also, is the message that I'm getting with animals. Focusing on kind of pleasure, resources, growth, fertility, abundance. Okay, next we're going to look at the 4th, 5th, and 6th house. Okay, so the 4th house is your home and the roots of your being. Could be your parents, your family, mother and the father. Could be your house, your stability, sense of belonging. Okay, what is the 4th house for the viewer? Okay, blessings. Wow, you guys, we got blessings on the 1st house too. So blessings on top of blessings. You may be feeling blessed with your home. Okay, what is the 4th house? Healing. Okay, so there's a connection here between the 4th and the 1st house, because healing chaos and healing are here. So you may be perhaps presenting to the world as some type of healer, or you may be healing and accepting blessings. This can be for your parents or your family or your home. You may be perhaps maybe healing from home, working from home. Okay, what is the tarot message for the 4th house? You may be healing your familial, like your roots, your maybe ancestral trauma, or yes, you may be healing. Maybe you're healing from the passing of someone in the family. And or healing generational trauma cycles that require you to have some kind of strength. The tarot message for the 4th house. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is teamwork, collaboration, working together on something. So perhaps you are trying to collaborate, trying to work on something. There's some kind of healing here. This might have to do with collaboration and working together on something. Perhaps you are working from home or seeking wise counsel. Perhaps you are this wise counselor, or becoming some type of counselor or healer. These people have gone to go see this person for advice. How interesting. I'm just noticing that he's standing up on top of a bench. That message might be for someone, something having to do with your home. Okay. Be careful, like if you fell down off of a bench or off of a step stool or something, climbing to reach something in your home. Again, not a prediction, but don't do it again. Or try to get an actual step stool. Okay, so the 5th house is where you have fun, romance, and create things that you are proud of. Okay, for the viewer, it's the 5th house energy right now. Okay, patience. So needing some type of patience, and perhaps you are kind of struggling with creating things, but you're being asked to have patience in the situation. Fifth house. And or that can be, since it says romance too, it can be having to maybe slow down or have patience in a romantic relationship. The 5th house. It could also just be that, you are creating something or working on something and it's not, either you're struggling with motivation or lack of inspiration, or it might not be coming together fast enough, or according to how fast you want it to go. Okay, the 5th house. Okay, empowerment. So, so tell yourself empowering messages. Right now, my throat chakra just got kind of irritated all of a sudden. So maybe it's something that you are, again, since we had the 3rd house was communication and using your voice, perhaps. So something that you need to talk about, something that where you're expressing yourself. And you may just need to have some patience, but make sure that the messages that you're telling yourself are good and kind. You're not talking negatively to yourself or telling yourself, that like you can't do it, or that you, are having trouble finding your inspiration or your talent. Just tell yourself empowering messages and have patience with yourself and the situation and the process. Okay, let's get a tarot card for the 5th house. Okay, we have 2. Okay, yes. Wow. Okay, and you can see how she is with that full moon. And we have the Moon card, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is wanting to be independent or being independent, becoming independent. She has 9 Pentacles, and she kind of looks at things like, or she shows to the world like she doesn't really need anybody else. Now, secretly, the Moon can be secrets, can be, fears. It can be deep kind of feelings about something. It can be intuition. So definitely use your intuition at this time. But don't allow fear to kind of get in the way. So definitely tell yourself messages of empowerment. You can do it. She's very successful. So use maybe use the Moon energy, and definitely intuition. We're going to look at what's the energy in the 6th house for the viewer. Okay, thriving. So we do have healing and healing chaos coming up a few times, and thriving is a card of not just surviving but thriving and using that knowledge that you gained from whatever challenge or situation that needed healing to teach others or share your knowledge with others. So you may be showing others that you are thriving and or doing things as far as like a workout routine or daily. Okay, what is the 6th house? Okay, friendship. So you may be healing friendship relationships. You may be working with friends. You may be doing some type of daily routine. You may be looking for new friendships. Calling in like a friend group that perhaps, you know, makes you feel like you belong. Because again, we had here like the fears of becoming independent, but also she's kind of like on her own. We almost had a card pop. This card also, underneath we had patience, and there's a little snail on this card showing that perhaps it's needed or required some type of patience or slow kind of deliberate movements. Okay, 6th house tarot message. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So what goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. The Wheel of Fortune is a change in kind of luck, or so with that thriving card, that looks like things can shift and change. Get one more tarot card there for the 6th house. Okay, so yeah, so go within. You may be feeling like some type of guide, and or you may be meeting a guide, someone who can help teach you or help you heal, providing that light there in the lantern. Or seeking, going in within, seeking knowledge. And again, I did get the feeling of seeking like a new friend group. Okay, next we're going to look at the 7th house, the 8th house, and the 9th house. Okay, so the 7th house is the area of life that is about long-term significant partners. It can be romantic, it can be business or family. What is the energy for the 7th house for the viewer? Okay, going forward. So moving on from a situation or moving forward, maybe moving into a, different, to a higher level, to a different level of commitment. Now, 1 and 7, so the first house is opposite the 7th house in the zodiac wheel. So if the ending of the commitment in the first house was a relationship, this can be moving forward. It could also be a contract or long-term business partnership that had also ended too. Let's get some more cards. The 7th house. Okay, travel. Wow, going forward and travel. So there may literally be travel, but both of these cards kind of mean the same thing. Movement forward, movement, taking steps. It can be physical travel. It can also be like an inner sojourn, similar to the Hermit card, kind of going within and seeking knowledge. Okay, what is the tarot message for the 7th house? Okay, Page of Cups. And 2 of Pentacles. So Page of Cups can be a message, can be a offer of like forgiveness or an apology. And 2 of Pentacles is kind of going back and forth. So there may be some type of like small offer. This may be having to do with a child. The fish in the cup can sometimes represent a baby. So there may be back and forth, indecision in this 7th house energy. So something having to do with long-term contracts or partnerships. Cups are emotional and they are also intuitive. And Pentacles are stable, something stable, solid, and secure. You can see that the water in this card is kind of wavy and not stable. So he's seeking balance. So perhaps movement forward and some type of small kind of offer in the 7th house. Maybe perhaps even choosing whether to give this apology or not, and or accept this apology or not. Okay, so next we're going to look at the 8th house. And the 8th house is transformational. It's an area of life that is about shared resources and intense emotions. Okay, what is the 8th house energy for the viewer? Voyage. Okay, there's a lot of travel in this 7th, 8th over here. So there's some type of movement forward or travel. The voyage card speaks about kind of what do you want your journey to look like, and kind of make it happen, manifest, or kind of put steps forward into that. Okay, what is the 8th house? The 8th house for the viewer. Just one. Okay, boundaries. So yeah, so there's something that either you are kind of perhaps toying. I want to say toying with the idea because of this back and forth, or perhaps kind of trying to move forward in something, and either strengthening your boundaries or having your boundaries up. Let's see, what is the tarot message for the 8th house? Okay, so this is literally the same thing. Blocking, 2 of Swords, kind of needing to make a decision between 2 things or 2 situations or 2 feelings about a situation, but not really seeing what it is that you need to see. So there is kind of like turning a blind eye to something, or being blindfolded, not really having all the information necessary. So what I'm getting here is, since it says voyage, and this card does kind of talk about kind of planning it, or what is it that you want it to look like. So really maybe even write it down and have like a vision of what it is that you want. Don't just go along with what, you know, other people want. Really, like, don't go into it blindly. Try to go into it with what it is that you feel respects you and helps you kind of not lose your independence and or your power, because this we had the empowerment card come out too. Okay, next we're going to look at the 9th house, and this is a house of broadening your horizons, either through spiritual, academic, or actual exploration, like long journeys or travel. Okay, what is the 9th house for the viewer? Okay, fulfillment. So we did, and we're talking a lot about travel. That card does talk about travel, and or it can be you know, broadening your horizons and things of that nature, things that are foreign to you, like people and or foreign places. The fulfillment card talks about a return to better health. It also talks about something coming to fruition, or like a completion, like a successful completion, fulfillment of something coming to be. But it also talks about the need, or the idea to eliminate things that no longer serve you. So movement forward would also be appropriate message for that card, because it would be, if anything is no longer what you are looking for or seeking, then leaving it behind and returning to better health, right? So like feeling better about a situation. Okay, next we're going to look at the 10th house, the 11th house, and the 12th house. The 10th house is your achievements and status in the outside world. Okay, 10th house, achievements. It could be reputation. It could be career. Could be like your role that you play. So whether you are a wife, mother, husband, father, a student, a community leader. Okay, your achievements and status in the outside world. Okay, relaxation. So perhaps you are either looking like you are very relaxed, perhaps you're retired, perhaps you are not looking very relaxed, perhaps you need to relax. So the relaxation card, or with all the travel going on, perhaps it is looking that like you are taking time, like a vacation, to relax. The relaxation card suggests that there is no need to push, strive, or struggle to get ahead. It is a time to relax, and it also suggests that relaxation helps, with healing, so quicker healing. Perhaps needing time off from something, or from work, or from a situation. The 10th house. Okay, peace. Wow. So relaxation and peace. How interesting. So your achievements and status in the outside world, relaxation and peace. So either you need to focus more on being at peace and, not really pushing or pushing yourself so hard in the 10th house, or what it looks like to other people. Let's get a tarot message for the 10th house. Or you might be helping people seek peace and relaxation. Again, if you are some type of healer or counselor, you may be helping people with relaxation techniques, or finding peace after transformation or death or endings. Okay, the 10th house for the viewer. Okay, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is the ultimate happiness. It can be like a fairy tale ending. 10s are completions or endings, cycle endings. So if this is perhaps the end of like a marriage, since we did get all those other things, or it can be being at peace, being happy, seeking your happiness, and going towards relaxation and peace. Wow, and that's 10 and 10 in the 10th house. Okay, so the 11th house we're going to look at next, and that is where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. And we did receive the friendship card over here. I believe that was in the 6th house. Let's see what is in the 11th house for the viewer. Okay, leadership. So, like the thriving card, The leadership card talks about becoming or being a beacon or a wise leader, someone that again is teaching others or sharing with others. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, and the star, the 11th house can sometimes represent, in modern astrology, can represent Aquarius, which can be the star card in tarot. And this card talks about the North Star, kind of helping people, guide people. So yeah, so you have perhaps something where you can be a leader in your friend group, or perhaps you meet someone in your friend, out of your friends, someone that can help. In some type of leadership capacity. Okay, what is the tarot message for the 11th house? Okay, Four of Cups. So Four of Cups is a missed opportunity, or kind of being bored with an offer, not really wanting to take the offer. There's all these cups here, and one more cup being offered by the universe or from someone, but he's just not taking it. He's not even really seeing it, doesn't really want it. So maybe feeling like something was a missed opportunity. Let's get one more card for the 11th house. Okay, so again, we have another card that's guarded with the boundaries before. Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior. He's been through at least 9 battles, and he's got battle scars. He's got a little bit of fight in him left. He's not ready to give up just yet, but the 10 of Wands would be putting down a burden and a cycle completion. So he's guarded, not sure if he wants to accept an offer or if he wants to kind of offer any more, because he just feels rejected, possibly. Okay, yeah. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be a divorced person. She can be an air sign. Queen, Libra. I almost said Capricorn. No, Capricorn is an earth sign, but I mean, maybe just because it's, again, popping up in my mind. But it can be a air sign queen, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. She is ready for you to speak your truth. She's ready to hear it out, but she is like, don't waste my time. She's been hurt before, so she's guarded as well. And just only wants to hear the truth of the matter. So perhaps just kind of feeling a little bit jaded, really wanting just the truth and wanting to cut out anything that's not real. Interesting. The swords do represent communication and truth, as well as, they can be cutting. But she's not just going to cut just for no reason. She's been hurt before. Okay, the 12th house. This is the area of your life that can be overwhelming. So it might ask you to yield to a greater cause or power. It can be confusing. It can be considered the house of the undoing. It Okay, the 12th house. What is the energy for the viewer? I thought this was going to be a short reading, you guys, but okay, illumination. Wow, so illuminations may be coming to you in the 12th house. How those cards look very similar in energy. How pretty. So it can be some type of clarity, maybe in your dreams, some type of illumination that comes from God, Source, Spirit. Okay, what is the 12th house for the viewer? Okay, willpower. So this card talks about having the willpower to kind of keep going, to keep moving forward, to not give up. She has the weight of the world in one hand and the moon in the other, and she's being asked to not give up. But perhaps she's being asked to also surrender, right? It's overwhelming, so you kind of surrender to God, Source, Spirit, instead of kind of making it a struggle or trying to fight. Okay, let's get our tarot message for the 12th house. Okay, judgment. Yeah, so discerning, kind of weighing the earth and the moon, weighing what it is, you know, having that judgment call, either making a judgment call or hearing that judgment call. And the judgment is a major arcana, so it is a big energy. It's not just an everyday thing. Okay, let's get another one for the 12th house. Okay, so yeah, so if you're feeling stuck, especially having that kind of discernment and just figuring it out, that you might have been kind of putting yourself in this position, feeling stuck and in your own kind of state of mind. It's like a mental prison. She can untie herself and get out. The swords are not being watched. They're not touching her. One more for the 12th. Okay, wow, yeah. So 9 of Swords. So just a little more worry than the 8 of Swords is the 9 of Swords, and can be keeping you up at night and or suggesting, nightmares and things like that. Okay. And recognizing or having, this is victory though. So 6 of Wands, this is having victory over something and or recognizing something. So I'm going to get a card deck for some advice. But with the cards that we already have out, peace and relaxation, definitely needed. It's easier to heal. The pleasure card came out, so we're being asked to kind of savor life and have fun. Friendship is also there, and we did have the fulfillment card, so definitely leave behind the things that no longer serve you, including friendship relationships perhaps that are not supportive, because in the 11th house we did have taking the lead, kind of taking action. So making the judgment call is important to kind of to have victory over this kind of stress. Okay, what is the advice for the viewer at this time? Let your fears dissolve. Full moon in Cancer. So, yep, you can have victory over this kind of negative thinking, the stress, those 8 of Swords, those 9 of Swords. You can have that 6 of Wands. Let your fears dissolve. Can we have more advice? Forgive. Full moon in Pisces. And we did have that in the 7th house, the little Page of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles, the going back and forth about whether wanting to offer forgiveness or accept forgiveness. So let your fears dissolve. Maybe trust is needed in a situation. Perhaps forgive, the past and move on, move forward with all those movement and travel cards. Any more advice? Go for it. New moon in Aries. So, looks good. Looks like go for it. Go for that 10 of Cups, happiness. Go for the 6 of Wands, victory. Reflect on your priorities. So, there may be something that you are putting off. This card talks about reflecting on your priorities and just kind of what is it that you want to do. That's that Voyage card. What is it you want it to look like, and kind of start there. Okay, so the camera cut off just now. Go for it. And we have reflect on your priorities. So it looks good. That is what I have for this reading. I hope that it was helpful. It is the first time that I did this kind of layout, so I'm still kind of playing with it a little bit, but I hope that it was helpful to you. If you think that someone else might find it helpful as well, please share it with them. Like, comment, and definitely subscribe so that you are updated whenever I post something new. If you would like to donate, buy me a coffee or buy me a Ko-fi, I would appreciate any support. And I also have a wish list on Amazon if you would like to donate a deck. All right, that is what I have this time around. I thank you so much. I thank you for allowing me to read for you, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care.